Hello, Robin the PMP here. I am here to tell you everything you need to know to pass the exam in 2021. That's that PMP exam. So let's get started. If you're anything like me, especially if you don't know anyone else that has taken the exam, this can feel really overwhelming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my talent as a certified problem and change manager, that's the CCM, and I'm going to help you put all the information that you're going to need in one place. So let's get started. You're going to need to download the PMBOK 6 and the new Agile Practice Guide that comes with it. Well, that's simple enough, right? But that's actually not it. So there's more. So here we go. First of all, on that PMI website, once you've registered, go look for your local chapter. They're going to be able to connect you to a wealth of information, study groups, maybe even a mentor. It will also, the PMI website will also help you know if you're qualified to take the exam. In all honesty, it was my intention to take the CAPM, and I qualified for the PMP. So I really appreciate the vendor that gave me my 35 PDUs for pointing that out to me. I think that's really good to know. If you're qualified to take the PMP, you might as well take the PMP because, as you know, the CAPN is going to expire in 5 years. And once you've gone through this process, there's really no point in going through it again if you don't have to. If you don't qualify to take the PMP, definitely take the CAPM. You'll qualify for the PMP, I'm sure, during that time frame. There's also information on the PMI website about the application process, and this is where you'll submit your application to take the exam. There is also some prototype exam questions that can be really valuable just to understand what types of question formats are going to be used for the exam. It is not just multiple choice anymore. The other thing about the PMI website is keep your eyes open for free content and helpful webinars. One of the things that I found offered was a project management basics class, which was a great way to kind of put my toes in the water. It helped me learn what PMI language was, and that class was actually free. Their other thing on that PMI website is the PMI lexicon of terms. This is effectively your dictionary. It's a great PDF to download. The other thing on the PMI website is isn't he cute, is the project management professional, that PMP examination content outline. That is dated January of 2021. That's your ECO. So how does that feel, right? Sounds like a lot, right? But actually, to be honest, I'm out of room. So there's a little bit more. All right. What else? So we're talking about that PMI website. You're going to be able to, they're going to be able to connect you to some free training. And then you've got the 35 PDUs. Now, that 35 PDUs is going to come to you either through PMI or through an authorized vendor. There are some great people out there. You may also want to consider a study group, and you might also want to consider one-on-one tutoring. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, okay, that's great, Robin. I already know all this. I've taken the exam before. All right. If you're like me and you've taken the exam before, it is true. You need just a little bit more. Within 1 year of your first exam attempt, okay, you are going to need everything we've talked about except for the PDUs. You already have those. You might want to consider an additional vendor. I'm not saying to drop the vendor you already have. You may just want to think about going with someone else, but definitely go back to your vendor and ask for some support. I don't think it's uncommon for someone to use content from 2 people, maybe even 3 people. I actually used 2 vendors in my journey, plus I used a lot of content from vendors that I found on YouTube and things like that. I do really think at this point, if you haven't passed the exam, that you should really consider a study group. Your PMI chapter can definitely hook you up with one. And I also think it's probably good if you consider some one-on-one tutoring. Now, in addition to all of that, you will also need your 2020 or your 2021 exam analysis, your 2020 or your 2021 exam report, the project management professional, that PMP examination content outline for January 2021, that ECO, or if you took the exam in 2020, you're also going to need the ECO that's dated 2015. And if you took the exam in 2020, you're also going to need that 2020 PMP exam content crossover map. And the good news is that you have 3 attempts within a calendar year to take the exam. Now, if you're worried about, wow, how in the world am I going to take my 2020 exam analysis and map that back to 2021? Don't worry about it. We have a video for that too. It's available on the same channel. All right. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful. If you are not a member of a study group, I do want to let you know that right now we have room in our study group that meets every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Let me be the first to congratulate you on passing the PMP. Thank you so much. Please subscribe.